When we engage in social interactions, like shaking hands or having a conversation, our observation of other people's actions is crucial. But what exactly happens in our brain during this process? How do the different brain regions talk to each other? Researchers provide an intriguing answer. Our perception of what others do depends more on what we expect to happen than previously believed. Virtual reality, VR, is not only a technology for games and entertainment but also has potential in science and medicine. Researchers at Ruhr University Bochum, Germany, have now gained new insights into human perception with the help of VR. They used virtual reality scenarios in which subjects touched their own bodies with a virtual object. When we talk about unwritten rules, we refer to the informal norms and expectations that guide social interactions. They are not explicitly stated but are understood by members of a particular group or community. Unwritten rules can relate to behavior, communication, dress, and other aspects of social interaction. They are often learned through observation and experience rather than formal instruction. Theories have long proposed that icy pebbles forming in the cold, outer regions of protoplanetary disks, the same area where comets originate in our solar system, should be the fundamental seeds of planet formation. The main requirement of these theories is that pebbles should drift inward toward the star due to friction in the gaseous disk, delivering both solids and water to planets. An international study led by the University of Granada, UGR, has provided the first scientific proof for how many steps you need to take per day to significantly reduce the risk of premature death, 8,000. Given the average length of a human stride, 76 centimeters for men and 67 centimeters for women, taking 8,000 steps is equivalent to walking approximately 6.4 kilometers a day.
Reading widely is an important part of undergraduate study. Reading widely is an important part of undergraduate study.
Having snow means no flight can take off or land. Having snow means no flight can take off or land.
Modern computer memory is extended every year. Modern computer memory is extended every year.
Fast food has become very popular with many students. Fast food has become very popular with many students.
Journalism has undergone many changes in recent years. Journalism has undergone many changes in recent years.
The key witnesses of the event are factors of your convention. The key witnesses of the event are factors of your convention.
They did blood tests on him for signs of vitamin deficiency. They did blood tests on him for signs of vitamin deficiency.
Theater study courses encourage students to exercise creativity. Theater study courses encourage students to exercise creativity.
Online courses allow students to work at their pace. Online courses allow students to work at their pace.
Businesses must obey contemporary general regulations. Businesses must obey contemporary general regulations.
You see, camels are one of the only animals in the world that store all their fat in one spot. And that's useful for keeping cool in a hot climate because heat can escape faster from the rest of their body, which helps them maintain a lower body temperature. Compare that to other mammals like humans who store fat all over, making it a lot harder to stay cool. Today, camels still use the fat in their humps as a food reserve, but they're not the only ones. In extreme circumstances,
Please switch
the
on.
Turkana tribe in Kenya, for example, will eat camel fat to survive.
They suffer a lot from periods of extreme drought. And I have seen these people, they've been very, very short of food. And this is difficult to believe, but it's true. Slit open the top of a camel's hump, take out the fat for their own consumption, and then put the top of the hump back on again.
But don't worry. The camel makes a full recovery and instances are rare. But this practice has started to generate some buzz around camel fat as a new superfood. Turns out, camel fat is loaded with fatty acids, vitamins, and minerals.
Airlines can make a lot of money by flying to the right places. British Airways, for example, long ago cemented themselves as the leader on the London Heathrow to New York JFK route, and flying between these two airports now earns them over $1 billion per year. That's more than any airline makes on any other route in the world. Conversely, though, airlines can lose a lot of money by flying to the wrong places. American Airlines, for example, recently canceled their Chicago to Beijing flight as it was losing them tens of millions of dollars per year. Now, the fact that this route failed might be puzzling considering it flew between the world's 50th and the world's 7th largest city. Even more, they were flying the 787-8 Dreamliner, the smallest plane they could on this route. Nonetheless, it was truly a financial disaster. The airline said that, in terms of annual revenue, the route was $80 million away from their target. The truth is that deciding where to fly is a lot more complicated than pairing up the largest cities. It's an art that people spend their whole lives mastering, and the difference between an airline that's good at route planning and one that's bad at it can be the difference between a profitable airline and a defunct one.
Whose job is it to treat people that are ill or have an injury at a hospital?
How do you call someone with no hair?
What is the antonym of maximum?
What is a violent conflict between two or more countries?
What is the top surface inside a room?